Greetings and welcome in. Thanks for tuning in. Uh, host your I'm your host, Matt Hat, aka. We'll be doing some Stationeers. So last episode, uh, we went through the quick tour of my moon base, just to kind of show you what Stationeers is all about. We also talked about Stationeers on the Steam page, and then we landed on Mars. We got um, kind of the framing of the base started, and a couple of things wired in, the solar panels up, battery charger plugged in, so at least we'll have some batteries getting charged for a suit. Um, Off camera, right after yesterday's stream, I did finish mining some copper, so I got that out of the way for you guys, and then we'll be able to smelt that stuff today. Start making some things, closing off the base, sealing it up, hopefully getting a breathable atmosphere in there today. So let's get this show on the road, shall we? Hopefully you guys are having a good Halloween. I know my wife and sister-in-law and um, my nephew went out a little bit ago. They actually just got back. Okay. So I'm actually gonna hide. So up here is the helper hints. If you kind of don't know what to do if you haven't played this before, you can just follow this helper hints and we'll bring that back. But as you can see, we did the basic power setup and we built a, of course, the minimum required for this task is only 2x3, but we went bigger. So I'm going to hide those for now. Two. And then I did do a thing. Remember we were wiring this in yesterday? Yeah, see we're charging, we're producing power. Um Turn my light off. Remember when we wired this in? Turn it back on. Wired this in and it was driving me nuts. So I just moved the cable down and then put that along the floor. So we just have to be careful with this output. It can't go back into the input. You'll blow a cable. As you can see, I did get some copper, so we'll be able to smelt that today. I think what we can do actually is, um, we need some iron smelted. And then at some point, once we get this base sealed up, we need to, bring all our stuff inside, because when that storm hits here in a couple days, that's going to take damage, and eventually it'll go away. So, nothing loose on the ground, on planets that have atmosphere, because they have storms and they'll blow away. So, and we've got copper in case we need it. Let's get some iron melted. Turn that on. Activate. Eventually, right? You saw on the moon base how I had that one IC housing on the floor by the furnacer. We'll be able to automate all that stuff, so all we'll have to do is throw it in and leave it alone. Get some iron made, get some sheets made in that auto lathe, and then we can seal up the base. I guess while it's doing that, on your lander you've got all these starting crates, right? So we can... My light on again. Yeah, that's a water tank. It's got water in it that we can... We're actually going to use that for water. I believe it's in here. No, that's food. There it is. Right, so your airlock crate's going to come with everything you need to get an airlock started. And I believe it comes with doors. Yeah, perfect. So we'll just pop this off without cracking our helmet. I have an issue getting in this thing, holding this crate. It's best to go backwards. There we go. Am I in? Nope, I missed the door again. Alright, we'll go forwards and get turned around. There we go. I already brought that yellow crate in off camera. I try not to do too much off camera because I like showing you guys what I'm doing here, man. I may do like mining or whatever, but most of it I'm gonna do on camera. There we go. And now this stuff's inside. That iron should be done now. Okay. So, we're gonna need 2, 4, 6, 8, at least 10 sheets. So, your, this is the input side of the autolays. You just click to throw it in there, turn that on. Use our search filter, and just type in sheets, because there's different types, as you can see. We need 10 of these. So you can hit the green button to start it, and then, like, say you only needed one, you have 2 options, right? 3, 4. You can hit the green button, or either arrow. 7, 8, 9, I'm hitting the arrow. 10, see, and it stopped. Turn that off so that we're not wasting power. We'll weld it up. Maybe start on this side. Oh, that's right, you don't need the welder. Okay, so that should be... Yep, that should be... Yep. Yeah, we're golden. That's close. So now what we can do is go in here and set up the airlock. Kind of want the doors first. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna bring in the crates first. Getting through those doors could be a bit of a pain sometimes. We'll move this stuff right here next to the battery charger. Alright, so yeah, we'll just bring everything in. We'll organize it later. We'll be able to build lockers, and we're definitely gonna need this. And then we'll go ahead and take food crate and other food crate, and then we'll need this. Alright, so with this, I don't know. Yeah, we're definitely gonna end up expanding again at some point. Grab the water. Hey, Floor Snow, thanks for the follow. Appreciate ya. Welcome in. Just getting started on Mars. I've actually played Stationeers quite a while. Been playing mainly on the moon. Prior to the terrain update, I've been on Moon, Mars, and Europa. But this is my first playthrough on Mars with the new terrain, so we're checking it out. You played Stationeers before? Or are you curious? Sorry about my mess. We'll get this organized, though. We're just getting started, so. If you haven't played Stationeers, I explained it earlier. We're on Mars, and if you know anything about Mars, it's got dust storms. So I'm trying to get everything inside before I put the doors up. This is our lander. It gave us all the supplies we needed. I'm trying to get it all in before it blows it all away. Looks like we're good. The only thing I see is this. I mean, we can move that, but put it by the window. Where's east? Out the door? That's kind of inconvenient. We'll put it by the window, though. Okay. I don't know how well this is going to charge right there, but we'll do it. Let's walk around real quick. We emptied this, huh? So, you can get rid of this. Let's see. Get our grinder. Right? As long as you empty it. If you don't, the stuff will pop on the ground there. And then you kind of have two options. We cleared this out. Actually get my tablet. R to open. We'll put the tracker tab in there. And then R to close. Okay. So, this lander, right now my tracker's tracking myself. If you have like you know, your friend, your significant other, family member, whatever, you can scroll through with your mouse wheel on this and it'll find other players, okay? But it also find other tracking beacons. So, right now, my tracking beacon, that's inside over there, I moved it. It was on the ground somewhere. Anyway, it's right there. So if I turn it on, boop, there it is, right? But the lander comes with a beacon too. So in a pinch, see that? Lander Mark II, 19 meters that way. In a pinch, if you haven't set that up or the base beacon up or whatever the case, you still have this option, but be advised that I'm on Mars here. Eventually, the dust storm's going to take that out and it will be gone. So be prepared. You know, try and at least have this set up inside um, somewhere so that you can make it back to your base. Because, man, I'll forget to turn that on and go out mining or something and I'll just get lost. So, okay. Back to what we were doing. Doors. We'll seal this off first. I like the glass door on the outside. It's completely your choice. So, what we can do, and then typically on the inside, I try to do a composite door, and I'll show you why. If I can find the labeler. But you got a composite door, of course, a glass door, composite door, right? Composite wall cover, which goes on a wall. It's just like a roller door, you know? Manual hatch. Some people do this right away because they don't have power. So you can just do 2 hatches in your airlock. But we've got power established pretty quickly. What else do we have? The floor hatch. I'll use that at some point. Once I start actually designing a decent base, because I'll use maintenance tunnels for all my piping and cabling. So I like the composite door because once this is finished, I'll show you why. And then to see what you need to finish building it, any tool. Welding torch and a plastic sheet. So we know we're going to need that. Hopefully yep, we did. There it is. Whoa, where'd they go? Uh-oh. Did I toss them somewhere? Oh, here we go. And I don't have silicon. Damn, I didn't use those already, did I? Oh, they're in my inventory. Okay. Okay, and then she needs a crowbar and glass sheets. We'll put those away so we don't forget about it. Crowbar and glass sheets. Put that in there. And I think we're actually going to need these again. Okay. So see how the door says composite door? We can actually change that label. So, and then with no power, you can, it's basically a manual hatch, so you can turn it on. All right, what do we need here? Yeah, that's what I thought. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. What do we need? A crowbar and 2 glass sheets. There we go. Now we're closed in. So what's gonna happen, especially if I keep this door closed, is now this room's gonna heat up, so because we do have pressure in the base, it'll heat up, but it'll heat up slow, but it'll start heating up in here. So we'll have to work on a cooling system. Oh yeah, the labeler. Let's demonstrate how that works. Because you can call this door whatever you want, right? I know we start with a labeler. I don't see it in my inventory. That's food. It's not in here. No. Not in there. Here it is. Alright, so we can just call this whatever. I'll probably change it later. But you can call it like hab, whatever. Entrance, exit. We can do exit, I guess, or entrance. I'll call it entrance if I can spell entrance, right? Boom. Changes the label on your door. So like when we expand eventually, turn that off. We'll need that later. When we expand eventually, you know, we can put a door up and call it like, you know, whatever it is, the office, like you saw on the moon, the office or greenhouse, whatever you want. Pretty cool, man. If you get a really big base and you got a bunch of rooms and stuff, you can label it so you don't get lost in your own building, you know. Okay, so that's done. What we need to do is set it up. Yeah, that's all here. Okay, good. Let's put, grab the active vent. Let's start chucking this stuff over here. That's good. Grab the active vent. We'll need the passive vent. We need some pipe. And then definitely the sensor. Console. We're going to need all this stuff. We'll put those in a minute. Okay, so grab that crowbar. Okay. Active vent. Guess can go there. Okay, and the passive vent in line on this side. Looks pretty good, huh? And as you can see, the pipe's hidden in the ceiling there. But if we go outside, and it depends on how you place the walls, right? See, that's on top. But again, you can put a wall piece over this facing up, and you won't see that. You can make it look as neat and tidy as you want. Okay, so that's up. And this is kind of why I like my airlocks two blocks wide, because you got room for all this stuff, you know. But I also like being able to step out here and look around, enjoy the view. Okay, and then the console can go here, I guess. Okay. So airlock circuit board goes in there. And then piece of glass. We don't need these pipes anymore. And we can actually start consolidating. Right? Those in there. I need this. There we go. That's the end of that. I got the sensor. I'll put it on the ceiling. see, power's gonna come out that way, so tie that in. Okay, I believe that's it, man. We'll go program it once we get it all cabled in. So we can do that right now. And remember last episode, we set up an APU, area power controller, or area power unit, for just the airlock. And that's because if your station battery or whatever runs out of power, you're still able to get into your base that has atmosphere. Because it's got battery backup. Where do we want to go? Probably right down the middle and then split it from there. Oh, but I need to go up. That's alright. We can go up right here. And I'll go up first, that way we can do all of our work inside after. You know, and then eventually wall coverings will cover this all up. You won't see it. You don't have to see it. Something melting in there? What's going on there? I'm seeing atmosphere move. There's something on? Off. That's off. That's off. Huh. Weird. That's strange. Anyway. Okay, and then we just need to wire this in real quick. There. That's got power, that's got power. Oh, we need to stub this through the floor. Yeah. That'll work. Okay. So this side gives it power, but in order for the console to be able to operate the door, you know, through the sensor and all that, you gotta hook up the data side. Okay, that's one done. There. And you can see that lit up now, so it's good to go. They both did. Okay, now to set it up to automate itself. So what's going to happen is when we hit the button to open the door, the way it's set up now is, and we can actually close this. Nope, because it's controlled by the airlock. Okay, but anyway, if that was closed, what's going to happen is we come in here and we hit the button and it's going to close that door, right? It's going to take our good atmosphere from here, right? Suck it in through that vent and pipe it back into the room. This will become a vacuum. And then that door will open. So we'll get that hooked up and demonstrated. Pipe that in, assuming I wired it. I did not. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. Now, if we turn it on, we should have power. And what that data disk does is you're going to be able to program your airlock, right? And eventually, because Mars has atmosphere, and then we're going to have different atmosphere in here, we'll be able to set up an advanced airlock. Right now, this is basic because it only has one vent, right, for one atmosphere. But eventually, we'll be able to put another one up here and be able to take our good atmosphere out of the airlock, the door will shut, pump it back into the room, and then pump Mars's atmosphere into here, and then open the door. So that's how that's going to work, right? Well, we'll be able to do that much later on. So when you first set these up, it's going to look for your exterior door first. And we labeled that one have entrance. So our exterior door is actually the glass door, right? And now it wants the interior door, which is that one. And then of course your gas sensor and your vent, right? So you see how it closed? That closed, and this closed as well. That's weird. Oh well. Take the disc out. It's pressurized. Looks like for external. No, now it's internal. Yeah, so cycle 2 exterior, right? So what's going to happen is going to pump this airlock out into there. And now the door's open. We don't have much atmosphere in here, so you can just cancel that. So cool, man. That's done. If I got room, I do. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna grab this. That in there. And then we're done with that crate, so I can kind of clean it up a little bit. Oop. There. More room. Throw that on the floor. Don't worry, guys. We'll clean this up. I tend to be neat and tidy. So next daylight, we'll want to go out and get some ice so that we can melt it in here.
Hydration critical.
Yeah, and that's why I want to be able to open my helmet without suffocating myself. So we'll just get everything ready. Probably gonna need another water. This is why I like to be organized. I have to drink what I got first. Alright, give me a sec.
Pressure critical. Temperature critical. Oxygen critical.
Drink. We'll be able to use those later. And then... Was that enough water? Probably not. You know. We'll have to get that tank set up so that we can rebuild these. And drinky drink.
Critical. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
That back in our uniform. And then switch hands and we'll eat.
Temperature critical. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
Yeah, we gotta fix that. Let's see, how's that battery doing? Ah, it's better than mine. Okay. What can we do while we wait for daylight? How about... gonna be all food. Oh, hey, there's a locker in there. Let's put that in there. Now, in a pinch, these container mounts, I mean, I can demonstrate. I don't really need to do it. These container mounts, I'm probably going to put my locker right there. We'll just, here, let's move this. In a pinch, if you had to, you could build a little platform like outside of your base or whatever. I don't know if that's right. And then you can mount this crate. I've got way too much crap in here. Fine. I wonder if that'll mount as is. No. Anyway, you see what I'm getting at. You'll be able to plop this... Too much crap. Plop this container on this mount, if we can get it on there. There we go. And it's backwards. But you see what I mean. That container now won't blow away when the Mars Dust Storm hits. Or Europa snowstorm, whatever storm, right? That this is now safe. As long as it's bolted to a frame like that. And now we have access to our stuff. You could do that in a pinch. Daylight, huh? Let's go get some ice. I know mining is terribly boring, but let's go get some ice and see if we can't create a decent atmosphere in here. Nice having that airlock now. Okay. I've got ice, but I don't know that 20 will be enough. I'd like to get... I think you gotta have 20 kilopascals of air pressure in order to breathe. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Is that too close to the base? Yeah, that's alright. Kind of on it. Well, try not to dig too close to the base. That tends to mess things up. See ice down there. That looks like water. That could be handy. Really have a lot of room though. What we can do... There. That'll give us some room. You know what I didn't do? Turn the tractor on. I think we'll be alright. We're just right up there. That is water, ain't it? Yeah. Need the darker stuff. Although that wouldn't be bad to have. We don't have a crusher yet. We will, we'll get there. Right now we're kind of, like I said, we got backup water, so that water tank's got water in it. We can use it for plants and drinking. We'll set that up as soon as we can get oxygen in our base. And I think on Mars, because Mars actually has ideal plant atmosphere. Do I have my Atmo? I do. The atmospheric analyzer board, right? So, like, we could actually just build a whole nother room for our plants because they like this. They like high CO2 because they'll breathe it in and output O2. But we can filter this out with a scrubber because they do not like pollutant or volatile. So. Well, that's a full stack. Let's get some more though. Maybe just top off that stack and call it good. Maybe. We can always print a mining belt at some point. Store some. We're gonna need to do that anyway. That's probably something we should do today, is try and get as many manufacturers built as we can. We're gonna need the electronics printer first, and then the hydraulic pipe bender, and then the tool one can come last. Try and make that today's goal, get the printers up. Get a little bit more ice. I thought there'd be more here. Usually if you dig around, it's volatile. We don't need it just yet, but we will. Where'd the oxide go? Alright, instead of messing around, let's go find some more. See, base is that way. Is this oxide? Yep. Oh, that's probably good. I'll grab this real quick. Is there any more here? I may uncover it just so I... Yeah, there we go. That way in order to dig if I need some more. Okay. There's that. We'll put those away. That away. My light off. There it is. Go back to the base and see if we can't make some atmosphere here. What we could do too is, because we do have Martian atmosphere in the base, is I can show you what I was talking about, that portable scrubber. When you first start out, you come with one, so. And then, you know, like later with the hydraulic pipe bender manufacturer, you're able to build like an actual filtration machine. So you can filter out specific gases or capture specific gases, whatever you want to do. Pretty handy. And I did get copper, so we can make cables if we have to. We're almost producing 400 watts. Nice. I need to see, I can't remember if we started out with a small upright wind turbine. I don't remember seeing one. Check quick. Portable generator. That runs on the same fuel as this, right? So in a pinch you could set that up. And it looks like it's got a fuel canister in it. Not in there. Anything in here? Portable air conditioner. Pneumatic mining drill. There's the scrubber. You would think it'd have been in the electrical supplies. Nope. Okay. So we'll have to build one. No biggie. Okay. Minus 39 in here. So what we can do is we're 5x5. It's probably going to take at least a full stack. And then if I use my welder, I'm going to pollute the atmosphere. Oh, we got road flares though. Where are they at? Saw them somewhere. They in here? Oh, wait. Where did I put those? Not there. I'll put them in there, though. Are they in here? I need to flip that around. There we go. Okay. So you can a rope there will not off gas. I mean, technically they do, but not here in Stationeers. But they do put out heat, so we'll throw one out that way. In line. Hold on, I gotta pause. Welcome in, man. Dude, been playing Division 2 again, and man, it's been fun. There's a few new things. One mode is called Retaliation. Really? Oh, man. So, you've been on my streams before. You know how it goes, man. I don't remember the last time I put my PlayStation on. And I have a timer to take control points off. Oh, really? Is that the retaliation mode, or like there's a timer now? Oh my gosh. Well, that kind of sucks. Because I used to take my time, dude. I'd hit. Oh, retaliation has a timer on the control points? Okay, that ain't bad. Yeah, that's a good one, man. Okay. Yeah, I guess one of these days I'll have to fire it up and update it. Hell, I don't even know if the PlayStation 5's got memory room anymore. I'll have to look. I know my computer ran out, dude. I've got like 4 games that I play that I can't update. I'm out of memory. I'd have to remove something. But this is what the boss and I've been playing. Stationeers. Kind of showcasing it. You start out, you land. I already took it down, but you land in a capsule. There's a land. You can't see it. There's a lander out there. Solid state drive? Yeah, I know. I have to get one. She thinks her dad might actually have a spare one floating around. You can kind of see that lander on there, but that lander came with all these crates that I brought inside and these tanks. They get you supplies to get you started. So I dropped a stack of O2 in here. I'm trying to get breathable oxygen. And now I'm just trying to heat up the base so it'll melt that ice. I wonder where it went. Oh, there it is. I usually do 2 in a 3x3, but we'll see how it goes. I could cheese it and melt that ice with my welder, but unfortunately it gives off pollutant, and I don't need that in here because I gotta breathe this stuff. Hmm. But then again, we do have the scrubber. You would think with right? This looks like Minecraft meets some other building games. It basically is, you know. You don't use uh like the dirt blocks or whatever to build, but oh, okay, for boss, you'll update that PS5. Heck yeah. I'm sure she'd appreciate that. Um yeah, you got to farm the materials in this game, you know. Gold and copper typically make your electronics components. Iron is used for building. These are iron frames and iron sheets. Eventually, we'll be able to make steel. Yeah, that one flare went out already, and we haven't raised any temp. I think I'm gonna have to cheat, folks. Where's that ice? Hmm. One thing we could do that might actually help instead of wasting gas. Pull this floor up. And then re-weld it. That might raise the temperature in here. Hold on, let me put these away. That's gonna drive me crazy. Should ask her for a PSN so I could. Oh yeah, she's on the East Coast, and I think she's out right now. Yeah. Um, welder. Oops, if we have the iron sheets in our hand. There we go. That temperature spiked a little bit. That's alright. It'll warm up. We'll drop one more flare though. Yeah, you could, man. What is it over there? Almost 9. I think they were actually watching Marvel Infinity Wars, so they might be up watching it with the nephew there. Yeah. Tomorrow might be better, maybe. There we go. Now we can organize a little bit in here. Ooh, grab that, grab that. Yeah, since it's late. Yeah, she's having a hard time getting used to the time difference. I know she misses home. I'm not used to that big city stuff. Okay, this tracker we can actually stow in the locker. Probably just put it down here. Right, and then when we need to leave, if I can get it to come up, kind of picky. I briefly saw it a second ago. Anyway, T, put it down, turn it on, pick it back up, put it in the locker, right, and then there. This always leads you back to base. I turn that off. swear I was able to do that earlier. R. Off. Guess we'll have to do it that way. Anyway. Oh yeah, another player. Not there. Right there. What else we got laying around that we can put up besides those crates? I'll leave that there. That'll charge batteries. I'm gonna have to tell Ray Reese's and Oreo are collabing on Reese's Oreo. I know, dude. I saw a commercial for that, right? And I've been looking every time I go to the Y up here to the north or town site to the south. I've been looking, man, and I was in town a couple days ago. I'm still looking, and even Boss hasn't seen it yet. And she was over like at Fred Meyer's or yeah, right. She's over at like Fred Meyer's or Cars or something and hadn't seen him there yet either. You know, I'm definitely gonna get it, dude. Reese's and Oreo mashup. It's like, you know, the two best things in one. I mean, if you're a Reese's Oreo fan, which I am, you know. Hell yeah, I can't wait, man. I was hoping they'd be up and out here by before Halloween because I had bought a big old box or bag or whatever of them, you know. I'll have to check Three Bears or something. What are we doing here? Waiting for sunlight, I think. Because we need to print. We can actually just kind of get that ready. So what we want next is the electronics printer. And we need gold and copper. And actually what we could possibly do is, I think I can make that here. Takes longer, but I can do it. Shoot. Whoop. Helps if you can spell. Yeah, we got enough. So, I don't know how much we're going to need. But, like, we could build the chutes, set this up so that we can do all that smelting from inside. Just toss our ores in, and then it'll come out on the other side. Let's see. So, I'm going to need gold and copper. We'll get that smelted right quick. May have to go get more gold. Nope, we're good. We are good. Copper. How's it been going, inline? Pretty good? Good day at work today? Oh, I've been doing the div event today. Right on. Probably don't matter. It's gonna. The gold's gonna take the longest. Oh, you got a day off? Right on. That's always good. That's gonna take a bit. Oh, God. What can we do while we're waiting? We never did find the upright wind turbines. So we'll have to print those out. I believe that's in the printer we're actually fixing to make. We got oxite ice. We got copper gold. We got coal in case we need it. The lander's been tore apart, so when the storm shows up... Yeah, so like, the dust storm here on Mars is going to be tonight or any time after. We'll see it. And we'll come out when it's over and take a look at this lander. It'll either be damaged or it'll be gone. And luckily, we've taken everything off of it that we need. Yeah. We're set. Just waiting for that copper to melt. Gold will take the longest. We'll probably have to find something to do. I'll go through the crate, see if there's anything we can put up. I guess we could build those chutes while we're waiting. If I got enough iron for it. We're gonna need... Sorry, I'm going back and forth here. Yeah, I was watching a friend and just for the heck of it, looked like it, who was on and saw you on here, so... All right, on. Well, I always appreciate people stopping in, man. I mean, I can sit here. I sat here for 2 hours yesterday, didn't have a visitor. Don't mind me, you know. And then afterwards, I was so tired, dude. Afterwards, I tried to, you know, highlight the stream, and I got like an hour and a half to reviewing it and fell asleep. So when I got up this morning, I went and reviewed it on Twitch. Just published the whole 2-hour episode. There wasn't really much to edit there. And then I went over to YouTube and I've been editing and timestamping it on YouTube. So that video should be out hopefully sometime tonight, if not tomorrow. Yesterday's stream. How are we looking in here? Hey, look at that. 10 degrees and 16 kilopascal, 17 of pressure. Couple more, man. I think we got to get to 20 at least. So let's just drop a whole nother stack in here. The temperature dropped, right? Because that's ice. But look at this. Now we don't need our helmet. Whoop whoop. Now I can eat and drink at will. That is nice. Okay, and we'll just throw that copper in here because I don't need it on me. Heck yeah. 30 kilopascals of pressure. So once we get to having to grow crops, that pressure needs to come up between 50 and 100, and we'll get it there. Just need to smelt that gold. We were going to try and build some chutes, so it looks like 1, 2, 3. 3 to poke it through the wall. And I think the inlets and outlets take 2 each. So let's do, I don't know, 2, 4 plus 6. Let's do 10. We'll do 10 if we got enough iron. Miss having us on Division 2? Yeah. I don't know, man. Just going crazy on the Steam games, really. Shoot. Basic shoots. 10. That'll be 30 iron. We'll have to get some more smelted. And then, using these machines, will heat up the atmosphere in here, too. So we'll have to watch that. We'll eventually have to get some cooling done in here. Boss has been doing pretty good on Stationeers too here, man. She's got her own solo map. She's got a hell of a base already. She got a bigger base than I do. Of course, I only usually build for functionality, you know. 8. And my guy looks crazy. Got the houndsman outfit. I'm all black in a trench coat with a cool mask. Alright, huh? 10. Yep, that'll do it. Once that gold's done, we'll pop more iron in.
Low pressure. Oxygen low.
Oop, yep, see? Gotta
Oxygen
remember to
critical.
close that helmet.
Pressure
I ended up
critical.
killing myself. Gold's still printing, so how much? Not printing, smelting. 12 to go. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. So this should be the output. Let's pipe that that way. Put it straight. Ah, crap. You know what's gonna happen is that I think these outlets are on a corner. I believe. Let's try it. Outlet. Yeah. Yeah. That's alright. It cuts through the window, but Halloween themed cosmetics, there's a scarecrow themed one and a mummy one. Oh. So there's the outlet. Now when that gold is done, it should poop it out in there. How much is left? Nothing. It did it already. There it goes. Whoop whoop. Ha!
Power low.
Oh, I need a battery. It's alright. I know where to get one. Control J. We'll see if we can't. Crap, hold on. EQ. I'll get those in a minute. How's this battery? Better than mine. I'll leave that open. Okay. Let us go in here. So that's the inlet. So we'll go back to our corner. Go straight. And then another corner here. And then, yep, made just enough inlet. Now we can smelt all the ores from inside without having to come out here and do it. We will, you know that. Turn my jetpack off. Get that. Cancel that. Okay. And this is nice. Unlock helmet. Open. Whoop whoop. Okay, so you see up in the corner here, these are kind of your debuffs that you're getting currently. So my hygiene is decreasing and my hydration is low. So they'll let you know, plus she'll talk to you. What I need to do now to cure that hygiene is just get out of my suit. But I lose my light. That's the only drawback. Until I get a portable light made. I think that's made in the, because I don't think it's made here. Right? Nope, it's not. That's alright. We got the gold now. So now we need the electronics printer. And we need iron. That's okay, because check this out. Oh crap! I gotta go turn it on. Dang it! Oh well. Close the helmet. 3. Lock. Yeah, we'll set that smelter up once we get the electronics printer to, No, we can't, because I don't have alloys yet. Need electrum to do that. Oh, and I covered up the power switch. Okay. We'll have to... You know, I'm not sure... Oh, it's on. It's on. I'm not sure that actually uses power if you leave it on. All we have to do is just activate it. So... I could probably do a... I could probably do a logic chip to read from the furnace, the activate to a logic writer to, no, I have to do, oh, I gotta do all kinds of shit, because I gotta read the slot, too. We'll figure it out, we'll figure it out.
Caution.
Yeah. While we're here. It's kind of nice to be able to dump that waste tank out here on the moon, right? You try to, because there's nothing. You know, you try to capture your gases so that you can use it. You know, because on the moon I was dumping my waste tank into, the greenhouse. Okay. And when that's done, which it is, damn, that's quick. Now we can print it. Yep. And we only need one, so I hit that back arrow to change it, and print one, and be done. So, like, any day now we should see the storm. Any day. And what I really want to do is get the, a windmill printed. Water. I've got water.
Hydration critical.
Yeah. I'm way ahead of you, lady. There we go. Guess I can start chunking some of these other ones. Oh, you know what we could do? While we have time. That's driving me crazy a little bit. Hand drill. I think that container mounts backwards, so just rotate it. Slide this over here for now.
Hunger caution.
Yeah. We could. The only problem I don't like about having all my machines in here, I'm gonna run out of room quick. And I need, and we're gonna end up expanding. I need a space reserved for the greenhouse. This stuff. But for right now, and we got 2 of these, so for right now, do I have a window over there? I do. Maybe I'll put it. I'll just put it here for now. Piss on it. And then put the other one here. This is for the oxygen tank. It's all temporary, folks. We'll get this fixed up. I wanna, once we make the furnace, I'll be able to print some smelt some steel, and then we can really get to building. Do some additions. I'm thinking about this time around separating the main base from the greenhouse. I don't know. I kind of like being able to go in, but I want. Oh, power's low. I want to be able to use Mars's atmosphere because, like I said, it's perfect for plants. So I may build like a little airlock hallway into the greenhouse, but I want to use Mars's atmosphere in there. So I may just do that, filter out the pollutant, and then find a way to cool it because it'll eventually heat up in there, just like it will in here. We'll have to get, oh, look at that, our printer's done. And that's in the way. Well, crap. I guess I'll put it, yeah, because that's not going to work. Put it over here in the corner, I guess. I want it kind of right there for now. You know, eventually, like I've been saying, we can expand, man. Like this can be the workshop, and then eventually could poke a hole through the wall there and build a, you know, a living space or something. Probably end up doing that. So I believe it's a welding torch. And iron sheets, which we probably don't have. Looks good. No storm yet. It's coming though. It is on the way. So we're gonna need some. Ooh, I left that on, didn't I? And now our battery's dead. But that's okay. We have a backup power source. Yeah. Hopefully. I should get some stairs printed.
Oxygen low.
Oop.
Low pressure. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
Yeah.
Temperature
I
critical.
already got it. Sun will be coming out. J for jetpack. What we'll do is just toss a little bit in here. I don't need much. Thought I had a little stack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 maybe? Might take more than that. I only need it till the solar panels kick in. Whoa. Okay. Inline, you still there, man? How's the game audio? It's not like blasting your ears out, is it? Yesterday's stream, man, I forgot to even turn the game audio on. We got power now. Okay, what was I doing? Sheets. Need 2. Not steel, sorry. Habit. Iron. Turn it off. Here we go. Yeah, that's gonna get warm in here. What to do something about that? We need cable coil. To print more cable. Luckily, with this machine that we're printing out now, we'll have that ability. I believe a screwdriver. Oh, we need plastic sheets first. Damn, it's gonna get warm in here. That's alright, we can drop some ice in. Plastic sheets. Okay. There we go. That wasn't too bad. A couple of degrees. Whoops. Oh. Now it should be a screwdriver. I'm weird. I'm right-handed, so I gotta put my tools on my right hand. There we go. Now, wire this up. Okay. Yeah, we're charging, so I could print some stuff off if I need to. We got that done. Got our printers. Search turbine. Look at that. Ugh. Okay. Let's see if we can rob from the other printer. What do we need? Iron, gold, and copper. Yeah, well, man, I don't know. I think it's steel for the battery. Turn that on. Eject all the ingots. Close it. Turn it off. Yeah. Okay. So these... How many can I build? Let's just build 2. Piss on it. If I hit the arrow now and only build 1. Anyway, okay, so these are gonna be... Oops, sorry about that, guys. Bumped my mic. These are gonna be... Damn, that's only got 39. I don't really need my helmet on right. Charge that.
Power critical.
Yeah. I'm taking off my suit anyway. These wind turbines are going to be passive power, right? It just depends on the wind speed, because it will change. So, I really need light. I heard one, though. We'll change that so it doesn't print more than I need. I wonder if that portable light's made in here. Yep. We'll definitely print one of those out and then a battery for it. We'll be golden. So, breathable atmosphere. This is good. Our shelter is complete. You just add on to it. At least we're safe from the elements. I can't see. I'll have to get some light in here too.
Power critical.
I know the power's critical. Waiting for my battery to be charged. I don't think it's gonna be though. Helps if you turn it on. That's not wired up either. Well, that's not doing me any good.
Power low.
I know. Can't help it. Alright, we got 2 of these now. Do I still have frames? I think I do, but I'm out of sheets. Okay, so let's do that. Gotta rob computer to pay Paul again. These don't stack? There we go. I gotta get rid of some stuff. Rid of that. That back down there. Put that back down there. That back there. That right there. Okay. What was I after? I'm just getting rid of shit. Guess I can... No, because I'm gonna need it here. Okay, I need at least 2 iron sheets. And arrow. So, yeah, like I was just explaining, these... Close your helmet. These, wind turbines will be kind of, passive backup power, just depending on the wind speed. So, I don't want to block the... Oh, let's just put it right out here. And I forgot the frames. So absent-minded sometimes. Comes with age. Alright. I need frames. Close that. There we go. You can do it either way. For some reason I have a habit of hitting that. But you can use the panel on the door too. Alright. So we can just literally come straight out here. 1, 2. Those away. This. Just 1, right? Because we're just placing something down. We don't need it airtight. But yeah, man, passive power, and that's day or night, depending on wind speed. So at night we'll be generating a little bit, at least. And we can tie into that mainline cable right there. So let's leave room to walk around, walk by. There's that. How is this? Yeah. And then we can put 1 right here. Ah, I need cable. But yeah, look at that. See how slow they're turning? There's just not much wind speed. But I think that windstorm's coming soon, so let's see what we can get going. I'd like to at least get those printer cables, or print some cables and then wire it in, and man, it'll charge those batteries fast. So search for cable, and we'll print like, I don't know, 20 of them if it'll do it. We don't run out of power first. How's this doing? It got to 50. That's better than what I got. $16, 17, 18, 19, hit the arrow. Boom. Okay. We'll go wire in those 2 turbines we just printed, and we'll have passive power at night. It won't be much. but at least it'll be something. Whoop, there it is. Okay, E, cable, straight, 2, 3. That go right in there. There's 4, 2, 3. Should be a corner. 4. Perfect. Let me get inside. If I can get in without... Which way is the wind blowing? Right inside? Okay, perfect. Close that. Look at that, man. Protected from the elements. Just in the nick of time, too. Cancel that. Yeah. See that? So if you look, our APU's charging now. Heck yeah. I still... Wow, that went right up against it. See what I mean, though? That picked that lander up and blew it right up against the building. Dang. And I don't think we might actually have that. I think I picked it up. Yep. So we can actually check and see how much power that's producing right now. With the tablet. I can actually put those away because I don't need this stuff anymore. First time chat. That looks like a crazy... Yeah, man. That's the dust storm on Mars. ER. Take our tracker cartridge out. Put our network analyzer in there. Welcome in. Cheese it. Cheese it, mouse. Welcome in, sir. Or ma'am. Okay. And then our storm... Oh, we can't see that because we're not on the correct side of the cable. But anyway, if we could see this cable right here, you'd see on the potential side how much kilowatts of power that storm's producing for us. So, actually it might be showing it because I don't have... Yeah. Yeah, so that looks like that storm's producing about 200 kilowatts of power right now. Nice. Charging up those batteries. Geez, you ever played Stationeers before, man? That full? Almost. No, I have not. Well, this is it. It's kind of a survival build game, but it's got a lot of science to it too, man. And engineering. You kind of have your choice where you can start. You have the moon, Mars, Mimas, Europa, Venus, and Vulcan. To start on. Mars is by far the easiest. I did stream yesterday. I'm still editing the video, so I'll pop it out into YouTube. Hang on a sec. There. Check out my YouTube link. I'll have it posted. Actually, it might be there, but it's kind of unedited at the moment. But on how to get started on Stationeers, you know, where to start, and it kind of talks about the different planets. So, but general rules of survival, you know, is shelter first because of that storm. And if like this was outside, dude, that thing would be gone, right? Because it blew our lander up against the building, and it's gone. Oh, you play Icarus by Rocketworks too? Nice. Heck yeah, man. I haven't played that one yet. too busy having lots of fun here on Stationeers. And after this storm's over, I am going to have to go out there and repair that panel. You have two ways to do it. You can use your duct tape here, or we could cheese it, and I could dismantle it and rebuild it. And that's what I tend to do. Make sure everything's off. I can put this battery in my suit. And use the wind to our advantage. Pretty cool, man. You can't see nothing. And I believe, I don't know, is it daylight? No, it's probably nighttime. That's insane. But yeah, good thing I got those 2 wind turbines up when I did. That'll be passive power all day, all night. But during the storms, it'll jumpstart the charge on the batteries. Right now, I'm just using an area power controller for. This one's for the base. I've got another one mounted on the wall, probably right in here somewhere, for the airlock. And eventually, you'll be able to build a station battery, and we'll put that out there somewhere. Just getting started, man. Quite a bit to do. Mainly building a shelter. That's the first thing. And then you start out with this auto lathe, so yeah, if you start on Mars, be careful, don't set that on the ground, because you'll lose it, and it's the only one you get. I believe we can build another one. Yeah, right? You can build another one with this, but if you place this on the ground and you're busy doing something and the storm comes in, that goes away. You're out of luck. Might as well start over. So it's important to get a shelter up so you can get stuff inside. I wonder if... Oh, you can see that APU right there. But anyway, I wonder if that lander just blew over the base and we'll end up seeing it somewhere. Yeah, sounds brutal. It can be. Things will definitely take damage or get blown away if left outside. On the moon, not really, man. I mean, there's no atmosphere, so there's no wind. So I think that's why the moon is probably one of the easiest to start out on. But I mean, Mars is too. I like Mars because just because of the wind and the atmosphere. You know, it's good for plants and good for passive power generation anyway. But the moon's pretty good. You won't get near as much solar energy here on Mars because, well, as you know, Mars is further out. So I'll probably kind of split the power between solar and wind, you know. That
low.
Air tank's low? Yeah, no worries. We got this. I'll probably split the power between solar and wind.
Air tank critical.
But like on moon, I've got a fairly decent sized base. It's yeah, it's bigger than this. And I'm running 10 solar panels, but I think on Mars, because we're further away from the sun, I'm probably going to need quite a bit more. At least double, maybe. But then again, that's just it just depends on how fast you want your batteries to get charged, you know? So, but I think we offset with wind power, because you're going to get storms once a week. So we offset with wind power. Should be all right. We'll figure it out, man. So what we need to do now is after the storm, I'm kind of curious, did that lander go away? we're gonna need to repair that
Low
solar
pressure.
panel.
Oxygen
I
low.
forget to do that
Oxygen
every
critical.
time. Oop, I hit
Pressure
the space
critical.
button. Okay. But yeah, they're still turning, so they're still producing. And we can check on that here in a second. See what they're making for us. But if you look, that solar panel now is damaged. So, well, it tells you you can repair it using duct tape, glass sheets, Mark II duct tape, or Stellite glass sheets. So what we can do is, I just like to dismantle the thing, right? Put that there. Grab our drill. And then put it back down. And it seems like this angled one's doing pretty decent. But, we'll be able to... See, now it's at 100%. Boom. Producing... Of course, the efficiency's down there, but it's not facing the sun directly. But what we'll be able to do is build a solar panel that we can use that'll rotate and track the sun as it goes around. And that's built in the electronics printer that we just put up. Oh, I wanted to check how much power this was producing. So you take your network analyzer and just passive power. Of course, we got solar power mixed in there too. The potential power is, I think it's the combined battery storage. It doesn't really say how much they're generating. What if I get up? No, doesn't say how much they're generating at all. It's just filling up the batteries. So actual is what you've got currently going through there, and then potential is your battery storage, and then what's required, you know. Say you're only using 80 watts, but you got some machines turned off. It'll say like required, whatever. And then, just for your information, cheese it. With an airlock, because you'll get this on the as your starting supplies. I explained it in the first video, but this is an area power controller. It's basically like a battery backup, and it's a power supply unit. So you come from whatever power generation you have, whether it be wind power or coal or solar, right? Power goes in to here, and then it goes out the other way. And then this is a battery backup. So with the airlock though, the airlock you want its own area power controller, because if like your main station batteries go dead because you're, you know, using the machines and you got lights on and all that, you've still got this. You'll still be able to get into your base that's got good atmosphere that you can breathe and eat and drink and all that. So, but that's in the first video. We'll go inside and take care of my thirst problem. I don't have water. I know, the depth this game has. Oh, I know. It gets better. It gets better. Especially when you start getting into the crops, because they have specific needs. And then you came in late, but you'll be able to automate a lot of stuff. Right now, I've got an arc furnace out there that melts all my ores, and I can put the ore in, and it'll come out, but I have to go outside to turn it on. But I'll be able to automate that so that when I put an ore in, I'll be able to program it in such a way that if it detects ore in the input slot, it will turn on and activate and then spit it out here. I don't even have to go outside like I do now. Yeah, I'll be able to automate everything. So the base temperature, as you can see, it's 15 degrees Celsius in here. And during the day with the sunlight, eventually it'll heat up, so we'll have to figure out how to cool it. And then once we do that, it'll be kind of manual cooling. You'll have to open up a valve to cool the gas, because Martian temperature's colder than our base temperature will be eventually. I try to keep it around, I don't know, 25 degrees Celsius or so. But eventually, just passive radiation will heat up this room, so I gotta cool it. And eventually we'll be able to automate that cooling, so I don't have to keep hitting that lever every time. It'll just, you put a digital pipe reader that checks the, pressure in the pipe, and the gas sensor that will check the temperature inside the room, and then under the right conditions, it'll turn on, pull the warm air into the system, and then cool it, and then it actually kind of like an air conditioning system. It'll spit the cold air back out into the room and cool it off. We'll get there. That's kind of going to be one of my next steps. Kind of worried about power right now. We seem to be doing okay. I think we're going to end up having to build the furnace, though, because... Cancel that. Turn that off. Over here, the upgraded solar panels, right? So that's kind of stationary at the moment. I can't track. So I need to get the updated ones. So if we type in Sol. Yeah, this is the next step, right? So we need steel. And nice thing about this game is if you hit F1, you've got all kinds of information here, right? So if I want steel, right there, it tells you what furnace can make it. And if you look, the arc furnace is not listed, right? So we have to build this one. This is the first one that we'll build that takes the fuel mix. And then this comes later. This will make the advanced alloys. But yeah, there's all kinds of information in here. Anything you need. Anything you want to know, it's in the Stationpedia within the game. There's also the Stationpedia website for Stationeers too as well. I've actually used that quite a bit. Just doing a little bit of research. You're like, what am I going to need to do this? So, yeah, I think we're going to have to build that furnace. So what's that going to take? Iron and copper. Got a little bit there. We need 30 and 10. Might have to go mining. I'll do that off camera. There's copper there. Yeah. Actually, do I have iron over here still? Nope. Yep. I'll do that off camera. No biggie. Because I don't have enough iron on me. Alright, what can we do then? That's all food. Building. Is there water and crops? We'll set that up next episode. Actually, we'll probably do power first and then crops. And it's dark. Can't really do much. I guess we could wire our battery charger in.
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
Usually better than that. I did wire it in. What's going on? Oh. I know what I did. If you look, it's wired in on our power generation side. So we'll have to move that like over here. Right, this is power coming in, power coming in, power going out, power going out. We need this over here, and I have to move it. But what I will do is get that ready. So we just have to build it top left of the APU. Put that away. Get our handy dandy drill. Whoop. Top left. If I can put it there. Hopefully the door will let me. There we go. Now it should have power. Yep. And then can actually check this stuff. That's good. And we could charge that if we wanted to, right? Turn that on. Check our tablet. That one's okay. See, what else has batteries? Mining drills, meh. We could put it on there, I guess. See, that's full already. Put that back in there. Welder's gas. Looks like that's it. Yep, power, shelter, power, water, and food. That's kind of the order of how we'll do things here. Yeah, I got it. So next episode, what we'll do is we'll make the furnace. I'll do some mining for some iron off camera, so I'm not boring you guys with it. We'll build the furnace, and then we'll get some decent solar panels going. We'll figure out the tracking logic on that, and then hopefully get water. We may expand a little bit because with the furnace we'll be able to make steel, so we can expand the base, make a greenhouse. I do want to separate my base atmosphere, because if you look, I can actually get rid of this stuff. If you look, change those out for atmospherics. In here now, before, remember we had, was it 92? We can actually check that. Go in here. So this is Mars's atmosphere here. Once it settles out, I think it's 92% CO2. 93. There. Starting to level out. 94. Yeah. Yeah, almost 95% CO2, right? Pollutant, very little oxygen. 95. right? So good for plants, minus that pollutant right here. That's not good for them. Anything over 1.1% pollutant, they'll start taking damage, right? And then our base atmosphere is now 75% oxygen. So we've changed the makeup, and I still need to get rid of this pollutant. So that's something we can do tomorrow too. But I want to separate the base atmosphere from the greenhouse atmosphere because I'd rather give the plants what they kind of prefer. We'll just have to remember that when we go to the greenhouse, because it'll be an airlock set up like this, to put our suit on. Because during the atmosphere switch in here, it becomes a vacuum very briefly. So make sure you got your suit on and helmet down when you go through airlocks. But yeah, we'll do that tomorrow, man. Furnace, probably more power generation, expand the base a little bit, get the greenhouse set up, put our water in. That'll be stage 2 of our general rules of survival anyway. So tune in. I think by schedule, I'll have to look. I'm pretty sure it's the same time tomorrow. I think my schedule says, let me look real quick. Give me a sec. Pretty sure it's same time tomorrow. I just gotta look. Because I'm streaming it. Oh, there it is. Saturdays. Yeah. I can't look at my schedule at the moment. I'm pretty sure it's the same time, though. 4 o'clock local for me, 8 p.m. Eastern. So tune in. Thanks, Inline Cheese It, for coming in and watching, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Got plenty of episodes to go yet. We're just getting started. Day 10 without dying. Woohoo. And then, yeah, hope to see you guys there. Thanks for watching, though. Tune in next time for some more Stationeers, man. I'll get some mining done off camera so you guys don't have to watch that. And we'll see you on the next one. Y'all take care, have fun, and be safe out there.